US Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel are not giving up on their plans to merge. Both companies are suing the federal government over the president's blocking of their proposed deal. The plaintiffs allege the White House's decision was political, violates the Constitution, Jim, their right to due process. They argue the unions had undue political influence on CFIUS and their good faith review.
Well, there's two comments here. One is Nippon Steel, and it's very statesmanlike. And then the other is the US Steel, the CEO of US Steel, David Byrd. I'm just going to quote this, says, Biden's action is shameful and corrupt. It's political payback to a union boss. The Chinese Communist Party leaders in Beijing are dancing in the streets. Now, I'm not quite familiar with they even know how to dance. The only guy I've ever seen dance over there is Elon Musk. But it does seem to be a very contentious and ugly fight that won't seem to end, even though it's a very small company. It's symbolic of, frankly, it's kind of a little Macbeth-like. It's full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Yeah, there's actually two suits. One is against the government. The other's against Cleveland Cliffs. Yep.
Yes, well, I mean, Cleveland Cliffs has said over and over again, they're going to get it. Cleveland Cliffs is going to get it. Now, he's gone silent here. I'm speaking about Lorenzo Gonsalves. He's just gone silent. I have been trying over and over again to get him on air because he's very, I'd say, effusive about what's going on. But Lorenzo Gonsalves has told me again and again, after they do the Steelco deal, he has the room to be able to do this. Meantime, his stock has just been clubbed. So I don't think people necessarily want his stock, but the steel stocks altogether have just been horrendous. And a lot of that, I believe, is because of Mexican transshipment of Chinese steel. That's what the Nucor people would tell you is keeping things down. Nucor guiding down again. A fine company that really, I think, it is spot on when it says that it's Chinese steel depressing the market.
You've seen the percentage of S&P material names that are above the 50-day? 4%.
The material stocks are an untold story of the underneath what's going on. You see the Fed, we're not, inflation not under control, inflation not under control. And then you look at the materials and you say, well, one thing that is under control is every building block of everything, whether it be wood, whether it be plastic, whether it be metal. These are, they're just falling apart. People aren't talking about it because we're so busy talking about AI and what it can mean. AI is great for productivity, but we should accept the fact that materials are going the right way for the Fed.
Is there any expectation that the outcome on Nippon US Steel would be different in this new administration?
No, they both seem to follow along with that same decision, which is that it's a somewhat, remember, Nippon Steel answered the objections, which is that, look, Nippon will get in there, they'll start closing thing. And they basically said, listen, we won't do that. And no one seems to trust Nippon Steel. I think what's odd is that we're as skeptical about the Japanese as we are about the Chinese. But the Japanese have been our friend, and China, which, by the way, maybe remember, backs Iran, has not been our friend. But we treat them equally. And if I were from Japan, I'd be questioning what exactly is the Biden administration doing? They're paying a heavy hand against us and not as heavy hand against China, even though China's spying and has gotten, even they've gotten the TikTok.
So you don't think it would be afoul of an America First agenda to let the Japanese do this?
No, but I think that everyone's so caught up in the rhetoric and trying to get Pennsylvania, even as the people of Pennsylvania who are from that area are afraid that if left to its own devices, U.S. Steel could close a great number of facilities. It's very convoluted because a lot of people just wanted to win a state and said a lot of things that they thought would win a state, and now we're stuck with their campaign rhetoric.
We'll follow the progress of that suit, see where it goes. We'll get Kramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening.